Hello, everybody. Welcome to today's GoTarryn TV show. This is, of course, our weekly Skype call-in, and I'm excited because for today, Thursday, March 26th, we have Mr. Steve Collette on the line that we're going to bring in here shortly from Enhancing Health. So if you just stay tuned in just a second, right after this bumper reel, we'll be right back with Steve Collette of Enhancing Health. Welcome back, everybody. Again, happy Thursday, March 26th. This is the weekly Skype call-in GoTarryn TV show. As you know, I'm Taryn, the traveling trainer, and right there, side by side, as you can see, that's Mr. Steve Collette of Enhancing Health. Steve, welcome to today's GoTarryn TV Skype call-in.
Hey, Taryn, it's great to be here.
Yeah, well, hey, thank you so much for taking time out of your busy schedule. Steve, I've just brought you on here, and I want to tell everybody a little bit about you before we go into the interview. For all those people watching, about a couple of weeks ago, we did our weekly Circle of Praise highlighting one of the aspects, the health lifestyle coach that Steve and his wife, Lisa, do. So, Steve, if you don't mind, I'm going to go ahead and let you take over. I'm going to start with the first question here. If you could just introduce yourself to everybody here and talk a little bit about your history, your education, and your philosophy overall on fitness, personal training, and everything else you guys do with your company.
Sure. Steve Collette. I live in Duluth. I've been in the health and fitness business for over 25 years. My education is from Appalachian State University. I have a Bachelor of Science in Exercise Science, much like yourself. I'm also board certified in echocardiography. I find education is very, very important, not only for myself, but for my clients. And that's really what my philosophy is to educate people on what it takes to achieve optimal health by incorporating sound fitness principles, good nutrition, and stress management. I've been helping people, literally hundreds and hundreds of people, achieve optimal health with those three basic principles. And there's nothing more exciting than helping someone coming in, meeting me, getting started on a program, and watching them change not only physically, but also mentally and emotionally. And it's very, very rewarding. This is a very rewarding field to be in when you can see people change. Certainly. And I know watching you with your clients, it's the same thing. And so I really appreciate you having me on today. I look forward to talking with you, hopefully maybe educating some people out there.
Absolutely, Steve. And again, we're really grateful to have you on here. Steve, I want to tell all the viewers out there that the way that I met you last year was when we were at the Family Life Center. I was observing some of your clients, working with you. Everybody that I've seen you work with has had nothing but positive reviews to give you. You were very well spoken of, not only by the manager, Todd, over at Family Life Center, but also of a mutual friend that we know of, Kathy Marshall, and the fine folks over at TNT Fitness Studio. I've been to TNT Fitness Studio a couple times and visited. You guys have a really great team there. If you don't mind, before we go in and talk about Family Life Center, why don't we start with TNT Fitness Studio, how long you've been there, and maybe delve into a little bit about what both you and Lisa do for all the clientele that you guys service.
Sure. TNT Fitness Studio is in Duluth. It's been there for approximately 10 years. I started working there 2 years ago, and I work with clients Monday through Friday. Kathy Marshall is one of the trainers there. George is also a trainer, is the owner. He's a professional, was a professional bodybuilder. Mm-hmm. Kathy brings years of experience in the wellness industry, specifically nutrition. She even wrote a book on nutrition. So we've got a really sound group of people there that can help pretty much anybody, any age, any ability to improve their health. It's a lot of fun. We have a good time. Our clients really enjoy coming to our facility. In the past, I've owned 3 places myself in various locations in Duluth for almost 16 years. And now going into a facility and not worrying so much about the overhead and everything else, I can really focus on my clients. And so it's been a real pleasure working at TNT.
That's excellent. Very good. And Steve, I know that we have a connection also with one of the other current clients that I train. I'm not going to say their last name, but their names are Jimmy and Carol, as you know, who live in
Yeah.
Marietta. And I know that they also were raving about your wife because she does massage therapy as well. So having personal training, massage therapy, the healthy lifestyle coaching you guys serve, can you, excuse me, can you go into more now detail about everything that's involved, and then take it a step further? Because I was looking at your website, under health, enhancing health. There's healthy lifestyle coaching. Can you talk about that too, and everything that you guys serve for everybody in the greater Atlanta area, please?
Sure. When someone comes for the first time and they're looking to improve their health, or as I say, achieve optimal health, everybody starts with a fitness assessment. That's to give not only myself, but to give them baselines of what is their strength, their endurance, flexibility, body composition, et cetera, et cetera. And then I design a program specifically for them because everybody's different. One of those services that we provide is massage therapy, because we found over, 20 plus years, my wife's been a therapist, that stress management is key to improving health. And so massage is a fabulous way. It's been around for thousands of years. And we find it very beneficial for our clients to reduce stress, but also for anybody who may be having back problems, shoulder problems, hips, neck, etc. It's very, very therapeutic. It's not just a spa type of service. It's a very clinical, therapeutic service that we can provide for our clients. Nutrition, my wife's a certified health coach, so she works with people from a nutritional standpoint as well, because as you know, you can out-eat exercise in about, what, a minute?
Yes,
So
sir, absolutely.
nutrition is absolutely key to improving health. So
That's right.
we look at it as a comprehensive type of wellness program. It's just not fitness, it's just not stress management, not just nutrition, but it's a comprehensive approach to health.
That's wonderful, Steve. I love it. Again, you not only service people at TNT, we're going to get into the people that you work with at Family Life Center a bit and scratch the surface there. And I'd like to ask you, if they go to, and again, we'll get your website and your phone number at the end of the video blog, but we'll get all that information for everybody watching. But for people who are wanting you to train them, if they don't have the option for you to train them, let's say at either Family Life Center or TNT, do you also provide in-home services for, say, someone that might live in Duluth, for example?
Oh, absolutely. It's funny you asked that, Taryn. That's actually how I started my business over 25 years ago, is actually going into people's homes.
Okay.
After graduating from school, I met Lisa, and she was a massage therapist working with people in their home. Well, she introduced me and my services to them.
Oh,
and
that's awesome.
It's funny because our clients always thought I would hurt them, and then she'd come behind and make them feel good. It was a really good chemistry there. Our clients got great results, great service, and then we got to the point we had so many clients around Atlanta that we're like, you know what, let's have people come to us, and that's when we opened our first facility in 1986.
Ah, wonderful.
1996.
Right. Okay. Well, that's excellent. And so, with everything you guys encompass, it sounds like you and your wife make a perfect complementary team, because, as you said, you're helping people with the strength and endurance aspect, aerobics, cardiovascular conditioning, the nutrition, and then also on her end, the stress management, neuromuscular relaxation, etc. So that's wonderful. You encompass everything. Tell me, Steve, enhancing health, what is the philosophy and the vision statement of enhancing health?
Well, enhancing health is designed to help people achieve optimal health. All my clients have to fill out a form saying, what does optimal health mean to them?
Okay.
And we work as a team, our clients, myself, Lisa, coming up with a program specifically for them to help them achieve that. And it could be anywhere from, say, they just want to feel better, increased energy level, less pain, less discomfort. Maybe they want to be able to run a half marathon again, maybe a full marathon. Maybe they want to play golf better. It just depends. Everybody's different, as you know, when you design a program. So our philosophy is help people achieve optimal health by using sound fitness principles, good nutrition, and stress management.
No, you hit the whole total package there. And I think, as you know, working together, there's a lot of personal trainers out there who don't, have that whole total wellness that you service to your clientele. And the other thing you said earlier in this video blog, education is so critical because
yes, absolutely.
You yourself, myself, a few other short list select trainers have the education, the background, the experience that we provide. Because not to pick on any, let's say LA Fitness, for example, or Lifetime Fitness, you have some facilities who will hire trainers with none of those credentials and requirements, and it gives us a bad name. And that's why hopefully someday we can get our industry a little bit more accredited and maybe licensed and hold it to a higher standard.
Sure, I totally agree with you.
Mm-hmm.
It's funny, and you might have done this too, I was asked to help certify trainers. They would take a test over the weekend. I'm a professional trainer. I passed a test. But then during the test, some of the things they had to do were just so basic, taking a blood pressure and checking body composition, and just very easy, basic things. And seeing what people are, the inability of them just to do these basic things, and then knowing that they're going to be going out into the industry and dealing with people who have cardiovascular issues, people who have arthritic conditions, et cetera, et cetera. Because as you know, you've got to train somebody based on their current level. You don't train them based on how you exercise.
Right.
You train them based on what they can do, and then over time progressively increase intensity and duration, et cetera. And so that's what's made my business so successful is I do that. I treat everybody as an individual. I push people differently at different levels, and just have the ability, like yourself, to know when to go to the next level. The last thing we want to do is hurt our client, right? That's the last thing. We want them to feel good. So, that's again where we educate people on what we're actually doing and why we're moving in this direction. And it's proven very successful.
Yeah, what you just said, for all the viewers watching, here in the greater Atlanta area, we know the gyms are a dime a dozen, and trainers, they're so heavily saturated with personal trainers who maybe they might have a high school degree. They go work for LA Fitness. Again, I apologize for continuing to pick on. I hope there's no LA Fitness viewers watching right now, but it is true. Let's use LA Fitness for example. And again, we know that their system is set up and designed so that it's like a sales orientation process. The members are brought in, they're to get with a trainer, and really, not so much of concerning what their health history is or what even their goals are, but rather it's more of such, here's the packages we're going to sell them, here's how we're going to upsell them, we're going to add some other ancillary package deals here, and here's how we're going to retain them. And I'll tell you, again, not to go into full detail and bore you to death, but Concourse Athletic Club was one of the first facilities I started with back about 2000 when I first moved to Atlanta. And they're a well-known club in the Dunwoody King and Queen building. For those people watching in Atlanta, you know what I'm talking about. Really nice club, and they're the opposite of LA Fitness. They're similar to like a TNT Fitness Studio or like a Family Life Center. They uphold the integrity of the trainers. There's a thorough process. Number one, you do have to have that degree with exercise science, and then number two, they base you on a practicum that you complete. They go by what nationally accredited certifications you uphold, and then you're put on a 90-day probationary cycle, and then sales is the second part of that system. So I found that to be very profound. I thought, wow, they really do treat, and that's why, again, I love training there, and I recommend people who live in that area, I'm always telling them all the time, Wellbridge, great. Concourse Athletic Club Northeast, great facilities. They've been on my video blogs before on the Circle of Praise. And now let's talk about Family Life Center for a second. That's a different population. That population, for those of people who don't know, you've heard me talk about that club in Buckhead. That's somewhere where you can find Steve or myself. You have an older demographic. I believe, and I'm thinking I'm in the ballpark here, that Todd, the manager, told me once that the age median is somewhere in that mid-70s age range for most of your clientele. And so, getting back to what you were just talking about, special populations, you can't go in there probably sign up a 75-year-old, let's say, and say, come on, let's go run a few laps and do some really heavy weights and overexert ourselves, right?
Exactly. Well, I don't want to diss a lot of trainers because there are some very good certified trainers,
Certainly.
very good ones out there that I'd highly recommend. But when someone's looking for a fitness professional, it's the same they would look for a mechanic or a plumber. They want somebody who has the experience
There you
and
go.
background
Hmm.
so that they know by working with them, they're not, number one, not going to get hurt and they're going to achieve their goals. So when
Yep.
someone's looking for a fitness professional, they should talk to them, interview them like they would anybody else, just like they would their doctor. They want to
Right.
make sure it's going to be a good fit, that they've got the experience that they're looking for, the education that they need. So I would highly recommend when someone's looking for a fitness professional to get started, to moving forward with their health, that they sit down with them and just ask them some basic questions and get to know them, and is it going to be a good fit? So I definitely recommend that. But back to the Family Life Center, it is definitely an older demographic, which I love because that's kind of my niche, is working with seniors.
Okay.
For example, I've got one lady that I work with. Her name's Faye. She's 91 years old.
Wow, that's great.
Yeah, she's a pistol. She's a lot of fun. She came into the Family Life Center because she had just had a heart attack
Oh, wow.
about 3 weeks prior, and she was just feeling so lethargic and just did not feel like she wanted to. She wanted to feel better at 91. And she came into me, and we were sitting down and talking. Just walking 20 feet exhausted her.
Wow. Wow.
I'm going to work with you. What we need to do is I need you to come in a wheelchair. Because how am I going to help you if you're exhausted just getting into the facility? So come in in a wheelchair. Let me get you started on a program. Let me help you build up some endurance first.
Right. Right.
So we did that for about a month. Then we progressed to a walker for about 2 to 3 weeks.
Wow.
Then we progressed to a cane. And so she's been using a cane for the most part, and now she's walking without using anything.
And she doesn't get out of wind or out of breath after 20
Well,
feet now?
She does a little bit,
Okay,
but
right.
she did before. I mean, we go for a good 30 minutes during our exercise session, and it's amazing
Wow.
seeing someone at 91 years old having a heart attack
Yeah.
improve so much. But it was a step-by-step progress.
That's amazing. That's a great testimonial. I mean, there's no way she could probably do what she does today back when she first came to meet you that first day. That probably would be impossible. That's awesome. So, the viewers out there, that's a real clear example of when you have a trainer. He just gave you a brilliant example right there, and Steve, looked at the overall picture. He didn't just jump around and say, all right, well, let's just give it our best shot, like you might find with some trainers. But instead, he took his education, his background, and his knowledge and experience and said, all right, here's how we're going to do this the right way. And you kind of did it segmented in baby steps. And that's what I like to work with my clients, especially seniors, too. Doing it in little baby steps so that way there's a clear progression that you're always improving. But I love it. That's a wonderful, wonderful testimonial. I think that's great. Next.
But then there's also a girl I work with. She's 15. And she's a swimmer, and she swims for Johns Creek High School. And she came to me because she had plateaued in the pool, and so we got to talking, and I figured out what she wasn't doing is doing any dry land training. She was 6 days a week in the pool, and that's it. And so her body, as you know, it adapts to the same situation. So I said, we need to start doing some dry land training, really working on core strength. Your flexibility is not good. Her nutrition was atrocious. So we turned all those things around, and it's been about 3 months, and she had a big meet this past weekend in Auburn, Alabama.
Oh, wow.
We were texting back and forth, and she had improved her backstroke by 3 seconds.
Oh, that's awesome. Wow.
That's huge in the pool. And her freestyle, her 100-meter freestyle, improved by a whole second. So, age is irrelevant. Anybody can improve. if they want to.
Well, there you have it, folks. You just saw that Steve can train people all the way as young as 15 up to 91 and beyond, I'm sure, and everywhere in between that spectrum. And so your history too, you just said too, you've got a very vast experience of working with special populations and people with different conditions and needs, and that's excellent. That's why I would love to happily recommend anybody to you. And anybody watching right now, I urge you, if you're a member of the Family Life Center, or if you're interested in joining TNT Fitness Studio, we're going to give you some information right now. Or if you live in the Duluth area, this is the guy you need to get with. Get hooked up with Steve. Or if you need massage services, his wife Lisa. So that was brilliant, Steve. I'm going to ask you now as we near the end of this interview, if you don't mind, can you please go ahead and give all the viewers out there the best ways to contact you, whether it's your website, email, phone number, any other things that you want to give them. Please go ahead and tell them how can they reach your team of Enhancing Health.
The easiest way, well, there's a couple ways. One is my email. It's healthcoachsteve@yahoo.com, or my cell phone. They could text me a message at 678-910-3682. They could also go to my website, healthy-lifestyle-coaching.com, Healthy Lifestyle Coaching. Send me an email there. But I'd love to work with anybody. I can work with you at your office. We could do it by phone. I can see you in Duluth and Buckhead. Like yourself, I travel all around town. My goal is to help people improve their health and achieve optimal health. So if anybody is interested in getting started, just give me a call, send me a text, and we can start off with a consultation. It's complimentary, and then move into an assessment, and then start your program.
Wonderful. Very well said, Steve. Steve Collett of Enhancing Health. There you have it, folks. You just heard him right there. I can't thank you enough for coming on to the GoTarryn TV weekly Skype call-in show. And again, just getting the word and the message out there. So folks watching, if you need to improve your health or achieve optimal health, right there, Steve is the man to go to. And as the end of the video here, as we come to a wrap up, we're going to fade to black, and I'm going to have the information you just provided for us on the screen. So that way anybody who just missed out, if you want to hit pause, coming up here in a second, get a pen and paper, and you can write his information down. So Steve, again, thank you so much for coming on today. Any final words or final thoughts for people out there watching, or maybe somebody who is just about to cross that line right now and jump into an exercise program and might be interested? What do you have words of wisdom for those people if they're watching right now?
Well, I just want to thank you, Taryn, for inviting me here and letting me talk to the folks out there in Atlanta. If you're anybody, if you're a beginner, if you're a golfer, I work with tennis, I work with golfers. I've written a book called The Fit Golfer. If you're 90, if you're 80, whatever age, if you want to improve your health, if you want to start feeling better and having more energy and doing the things that you want to do, give me a call.
There you have it. That's it, folks. Again, Steve, thank you so much for coming. What more is important than our health and wellness? Right there, very well said. I can't wait to have you back on, Steve. I hope that you'll accept our offer to come back on a future video blog, and we'll have you back on here. So, folks, that was Steve, and again, thank you so much, and I appreciate you coming on. And folks, again, here comes his information as we fade to black. We'll see you later, Steve. Take care.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Alright, so that was Steve Collett of Enhancing Health, and he came on to the GoTarryn TV show, our weekly Skype call-in. And folks, there you had it. I hope you took down his information. Again, if you live in Buckhead or Duluth and you're looking for a fantastic personal trainer or massage therapist in that regard for his wife, you make sure to contact him because he is the man. He will hook you up and help you out. And again, Steve, thank you so much for coming on today's GoTarryn TV weekly Skype and call. Very, very good information there for all the folks watching, and I can't thank you enough for helping getting the word out and telling everybody out there what's going on. So, That's it for today's GoTarryn TV show, folks. These weekly Skype call-ins will be happening. There's going to be another one next Thursday, so I don't want you to miss out on that. So keep staying tuned. If you ever want to watch any more of these, there's several ways you can follow them. You can always follow me on Twitter, and you can like my Facebook page, and you can, most importantly, subscribe to my YouTube channel, and that way you'll hit all these GoTarryn videos as soon as they get to you. And also, when you get a chance, check out this website link right here. You see that? www.gotarryn.tv, and bookmark that as a favorite to your web browser, and tell 2 people about it today too. That would be awesome if you could do that. I'd greatly appreciate it. So enjoy the rest of your Thursday as we lead into the weekend. We'll see you for the next GoTarryn video blog show. From Taryn the Traveling Trainer, the master of the personal training universe, I want to tell you that GoTarryn Personal Training is your time, your investment, in your life. We'll see you on the next video blog, everybody. So long.